Right, our puddings are in the oven and we're going to make a toffee sauce. So to do so, because obviously we need this to sticky toffee pudding, you need toffee sauce. So I've got some light muscovado sugar, light brown muscovado. I've got some double cream. I've got some butter, 50 grams of, and I've also got some black treacle. And we're going to put a tablespoon of that in. So let's measure the cream out and then we'll get going. So I want 225 grams of double cream. Nice and healthy. 225. Let's go. 223. 225. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I've got my 50 grams of butter. I'm going to put me 175 grams of muscovado sugar in there. Come on, there we go. Let's get that in there. This makes plenty of toffee sauce, so there's plenty to go over, and there's a bit left. So if you think this seems a lot, it's because there is a lot. Don't count the calories. It wouldn't be good. Somewhere in here, get in there. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, 4 grams over. I'm happy with that. That's good. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to tell 4 grams over in all this sweetness. So what we're going to do is we'll get that on the boil and we're going to put half of our cream in. So I've got that up. I'm going to get it kind of a reasonable heat to start with, just to bring the temperature up and then turn it down. Right, I don't need my skills. Get rid of those. So if I can find myself a little spatula. Not found one, we'll use this one. This is fine. And all we're going to do, like I say, is just get it stirred around. We're just looking for the sugar to dissolve. Simple as that. And with it being soft, it won't take long. It really doesn't take long at all. I mean, it's getting there now already. Obviously, like any sauce like that, I've turned it down now, it's melting. You want to make sure it doesn't just like bubble and you've not made sure that the granules are gone. So sometimes you've got to test it. But don't stick your finger in, because anything with sugar is a real burner. So we don't want that. So we're coming, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I will turn it up. I might as well, I'm watching it. So once this is dissolved, then we're going to go in with the treacle and we're going to bubble our way for it. About 2 minutes, then in with the rest of the cream and job's done. So butter's melting nicely there. See, if I stir it while it's on a high heat, it's fine. It's when you just kind of just turn it up and walk away, that's when you end up with problems. And I know it's not really massively up to temperature because the butter's only just say melting, so it can only be about 40 odd degrees in there at the moment. But it will get hot very quickly. It suddenly, once it starts going, it suddenly does get away. So let's have a little look. Yeah, that's starting to bubble up there. So turn that down now. Turn that down. There we go. I'm just going to look for those crystals. Yeah, I can see. I'm not going to dip your finger in. I'm just letting it kind of cool back a little bit. Yeah, it's still grainy. So it's not ready. It's still grainy. Won't take long. Won't take long at all. There we are. There we are. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to get my treacle ready. So I've got, like I did with the other, I've got a thing of hot water, which I should chuck the lid off first, shouldn't I? These are pains, these lids. I used to hate doing these. I always remember opening these when I was younger, but back in the day at home. Right, let's not burn that now. In with the same thing. Just try and get a tablespoon. It don't get too much because you will upset the balance if you're not careful. And we don't want it too dark molassesy flavour. We just want to balance it so there's enough in there so you can taste it without it being too much overpowering. So there we go, and we're going to give that. Just get rid of those little bits. Get rid of that, and we're going to give that about 2 minutes. And as soon as it'll start changing colour. Because when sugar comes up to temperature and starts boiling, essentially it's beginning to caramelise. So it will invariably get darker in colour. as the sugars begin to brown, and if you leave it too long they'll burn, which we don't want. Unless you're doing that deliberately and you're doing something like a brulee and you want your burnt sugar on top, which is good. Or if you're doing a caramel, which can be a little bit tricky to do, because you're watching and it goes from being just a nice golden colour to like a dark amber and then black and burns, and you see smoke. As soon as you see smoke coming off it, you've done it, you've knocked it. So this is bubbling. It's changing just a little bit there in colour, which I'm happy with. So the last thing I'm going to do is get the last bit of cream, and actually, for the sake, I'm going to put a touch of salt, because it's a big thing with caramel and toffee sauces, just to temper the, just a bit of salt in there, just to temper the sweetness. And I'm happy with that. In with the cream, the last bit of cream. We're just going to give that a stir, off the heat, and there we are. That's our toffee sauce done to go on top of our sticky toffee puds. So just make sure that's all nice and incorporated, which it is. And we're just waiting for the puds to come out, and then we'll dress those and Bob's your uncle. So up to now, everything's fine. A little bit, well, not stressful, but I've kind of been a little bit unorganised doing the toffee puds because I've not done them, and I thought, oh, I'll do the video. And then as I'm doing the video, I'm thinking, all right, I should have probably spent a little bit of time, more preparation in kind of looking at things, because I hate following recipes while I'm doing this. So I'm doing two things at once. I'd rather know what I'm doing and then do this. It's a lot easier to pass on than kind of refine the recipes. But we got there, it's done. So brilliant. So we just wait for these toffee puds to come out. Sauce is done. So we're all on track. And then I'll go on to my main course and do me curry, which I'm going to do shortly. So yeah, R4, I've got an hour, plenty of time for that. So we're all good from my end. So that's that done. As soon as these are out, then that's dessert sorted, and then you quite often find that way. You want to start at the end and work back. And that's quite often the way it works. But that's it for now. Sauce done. Wait for these to come out. I'll show you what they look like when they come out. So bye for now.